Hello guys, uh, I just welcome you all back in my 3ds Max tutorial tips and tricks. Okay, so as you can see, today's topic is render setup, and this is the video number 40, I guess, the tutorial number 40. Okay, so you can see in front of me is one of my old project. It's like kind of like a game asset. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you the render setup. What is render setup? Okay, if I want to make it, if I want to make a render from the Max has a specific render setup. You all know that Arnold and a mental ray, V-ray, these sort of things. Okay, how to access these kind of things. Default render is scanline. Okay, Max default render pipeline is, we call it render pipeline. Okay, so the default render pipeline is the scanline render. Okay, so as you can see, when I click on M, the material editor, this sort of editor is the scanline editor. Okay, scanline material editor. Okay, so this setup is now, by seeing the material editor, I can say that this Max is with the default scanline render setup assigned. Okay, so if I click on, let's say, F9 button, F9, you can see Max giving you a viewport render. You can see here is the render. Click on F9, function F9, and as you click, Max give you this sort of view for the render. Okay, so this is very old option, by the way, and nowadays Max, we doesn't use Max render anymore actually, but this is the knowledge. If you know that, this is better. Okay, so okay, so F9, function F9, or F9, only F9. If you do not press the function, then F9. Okay, no problem. It's every time, let's say this one, and let's say this one, this angle. Okay, I click F9, and it's giving you the render. Okay, so this is a very small image, by the way, the ratio, and you can save it, click on save, and you can save it. The format is like all the standard formats, there is also a movie format, video format, and also JPG format, PNG format. So standard video and image format. Okay, you can save it. Okay, yeah. So how can you actually manipulate this one? Okay, right now, if you click on sorry, if you press F10 on your keyboard, you can see that I am on the render setup. This is what I'm talking about today. This is the render setup default scanline render. As you can see here, the scanline render. Okay, so the scanline render is attached. Okay, so width and height is right this. It's a very minimum option, but you can you can tweak this setting by your needs, according to your needs, or you can use these presets. Otherwise, you can you can customly do that. Let's say 180 to 1920. Okay, so if you click on render button, oh, I'm sorry, 1920 to 180, maybe 19 yeah, 1920 to 180 or something. Let's see what type of, yeah, you can see the render suddenly get bigger. Okay, this is the standard HD size. Okay, you click on this button, the render button, and it will you see every time just a line is doing this render. So that's why it's called the scan line render. Okay, so you see on the background completely black because of no only the viewport light is available, but no other lights, no shadow and anything. I'm just showing you the render setup things, and you can explore this one later. Actually, there's a lot of setup there. I mean the output size and area of render. Okay, you can select that one, and frame. Okay, range. Okay, if you have any animation, then you can do that. Okay, okay. Now, okay, force two-sided. This is like it's a very effective rendering setup. Kind of like proper render for the other side. Sometimes other side is not visible in the render, so it's like for two-sided needs to be enabled. Okay, okay. Now what you can do, you can have some, this is the common side, this is the render side. You can have this like sample and all the things. Okay, render elements and all the things, and ray tracing. Okay, ray tracing, this is a kind of like extra effort of the render. So you can on it. Okay, so it will take some time and give you a very good result of the render. So yeah, that sort of things. But how can we change that? Let's say to a scan line to scan line to mental ray to v-ray. Or v-ray is like extra, it's like a plugin. It is a plugin actually. It's not like it's actually a plugin. You have to get the v-ray setup option, and you have to install it. I don't use the v-ray anymore, by the way. There are a lot of softwares for the rendering and final rendering. Right now I use the Substance and kind of like iRay. I'm not using the max render anymore also. Okay, so yeah, you see on the bottom side, you see the assign render part. You see this is the scan line render. So if you go to here, you see the NVIDIA iRay, NVIDIA mental ray, and also the hardware render. And so these two is very important. Okay, so you can, if you can click on NVIDIA mental ray, click on NVIDIA mental ray. Now it's NVIDIA mental ray. You see the NVIDIA mental ray, NVIDIA mental ray. Okay, now what is happening, if you click on this one, there is okay, let's say F10. If you click on this one, render, you see what is happening. The render buckets, and kind of like there is a new system of render. You see, not anymore the light. You see what is happening. It is some sort of bucket is precasting the image, and then the render is happening. The same render is happening, but mental ray is very rich rather than the scan line. Obviously you have this one, and also you have the global illumination. You see the global illumination, kind of like a setup, final gather, and okay, you can medium high and a very high option, and the shadow quality. Okay, you can increase this one, and you have some sort of presets and all that. Okay, final gather and all the things. Okay, so you have a lot of presets actually, and the light setup, passing, and okay, global illumination, common thing. Okay, most important is the global illumination. Shadow quality, yeah, you have to increase that shadow quality, something like like that, let's say 10 or something. Okay, let's say how it's going on. Yeah, you see, it's taking so much time, it's taking much time to render. Yeah, you see, although it's not even casting any shadow or any thing, but it's taking much time. Yeah, so there are a lot of option that you go to in depth of this one, that how the mental ray works. So this is a mental ray. I'm sure you're gonna explore this one. And then again is the assign render. Assign render is like NVIDIA iRay. As soon as I just assign this one, you see the option is changing. Okay, so this is like default iRay. Okay, let's say a render part. Okay, ah, you see, there is something happening with the iRay thing also. You see the render progress is going on. You see, this is happening with the iRay. Okay, actually Substance is using the iRay. So you see the calculation, the render process, the calculation is going on. Okay, same thing, but I'm not gonna show the kind of like lighting setup. Obviously the light and shadow setup and all the things. So you can see some sort of shadow here, like this shadow, but this is not a proper shadow. This is only, you are seeing it from the viewport, but you see the iRay is working on. You see what's going on. Okay, so iRay is basically working with the sample size, that it's precasting the sample. Okay, now it's done. Okay, so let's say the iRay, you have some sort of parameters there and there. Okay, common and the renderer. Okay, these sort of things. Okay, and let's say you have an NVIDIA card. So it's like, you see the assign renderer. Let's say I go to the assign renderer. Yeah, yeah, you see the default scan line, but NVIDIA mental ray and NVIDIA iRay. So NVIDIA is it's talking about the video card you have. If you have the other video card um, like AMD cards. So it's like it will work, but not it will not catch up that technology. But you have to align with the NVIDIA card. Now the rendering, what you are seeing, it totally controlled by your graphics card. So that's why it's a NVIDIA. Okay, so back to the default renderer, which is a scanline renderer. So now I think you understand that how to switch between the render pipeline, and you have to explore this one. Okay, and before that, let's say this is your scene. You have to set up a proper scene, and lighting and all that. And then, by the way, there are a lot of softwares like nowadays, like softwares like we actually do the basic basic modeling in Max nowadays, and then We do it, the texturing, the in substance, and then lighting and everything is there. And also you have the keyshot software, and that is preset all that required, the rendering things. So yeah, max renderer is I'm not gonna use. I don't know about others, but I'm not gonna use this one. So it's like I'm just showing you the how to change the render pipeline. Obviously you are welcome to explore this one. You can find a lot of reference for the particular things like scanline render, mental ray render, eye ray render. Okay, so let's say if you go to the help section, let's say if you go to the help section and Autodesk 3ds Max help. Okay, uh okay, uh let's talking about the 3ds Max mental array. Okay, 3ds Max mental array. Yeah, plugin in render. Okay, so you have you see this a bunch of rendering things. You have the using the mental ray. Okay, so they have the proper lighting and all the things. So I'm not going on that detail, but I'm just giving you the brief outline. That is how you're gonna change, how you're gonna apply this one. Let's say function F10, and then you have the assign renderer, and you have the all the setup according to the render pipeline. Okay, so thank you. I think you have these tips, and this will be very helpful for you. So thank you very much. I will come again with another discussion. Thank you.